The story begins in a house where two families were discussing marriage. They were discussing Sue and Wang's marriage. Wang's family was visiting Sue's house. Wang had a good job in a mill, so Sue's family liked him. Soon after, Sue and Wang were married. Sue's grandfather had fallen ill, so the marriage was hastily arranged. Therefore, Sue was unhappy with her marriage, as she wanted to find a man of her own choice and marry him. Sue had married Wang under pressure from her family. After the wedding, she moved to Wang's house, where Wang showered her with sweet love. As the days passed, Wang fell in love with Sue, but Sue had no love for him. A year later, Sue gave birth to a child. Sue's younger sister was named Nishi, and she would occasionally visit Sue. One day, she asks Sue, "I'm so surprised you don't love Wang, yet how come you're still living with him?" Sue tells her, "The day I married Wang, all my dreams died. I never felt anything in my heart when I saw Wang, so I never fell in love with him. I'm still living with Wang because of our child." Nishi is shocked to hear Sue's words, as they are filled with pain. A few days later, Wang gets a promotion, and Sue begins packing up the household as she's moving to another city with Wang. Wang is still managing the household when Simon invites them to his house for tea. They agree to Simone's suggestion. Simone used to live in a rented house, and his landlady's name was Roma. Simone tells Sue, "I live in the city and have come here for work." Roma then tells Sue that she's a widow and her children live abroad, so she's living alone at home. Sue listens intently. Wang tells Roma that they have a child and have left him at his grandmother's house. "Once we settle down, we'll bring our child back," Wang said. Wang and Sue were also renting a house, so they didn't bring their child with them. Meanwhile, Sue's eyes kept wandering to Simon, who had taken a liking to him. They were playing a game together. Roma and one of Roma's neighbors were also participating. Simon was focused on the game, but Sue's attention kept drifting back to him. Meanwhile, Wang arrives at the door and asks Sue to come home. Simon begs her to come inside, but Wang refuses. Sue is becoming increasingly annoyed by Wang's behavior. Sue was still watching him, and Simon turned away. Seeing Sue's sad face, he started to approach her, but she backed away, after which Simon leaves for work. In the evening, Wang tells Sue that their child has become very naughty and misses them a lot. Sue listens quietly. Wang continues, "Do you think we should bring our child here?" Sue replies, "Simon is on my mind because I'm in love with him." Wang is surprised by Sue's words. He doesn't get angry at Sue, but instead tells her, "You live alone at home, so you've lost your mind. When our child comes to our house, your love will go away." Sue says nothing. The next day, at Wang's invitation, Sue's family comes to his house. Sue's mother, her sister Nishi, and Sue's child are with them. That night, the whole family sits together for dinner. After dinner, Wang and Nishi start talking. As Sue looks at them, she is surprised to see them both. Wang had told Nishi that Sue had fallen in love with Simon. As Wang stood up, Sue approached Nishi and tried to talk to her. Nishi didn't want to talk to Sue, and seeing his anger, Sue began to cry. Seeing Sue crying, her mother came to her, after which Nishi told her everything. The next day, Sue's family was leaving with Sue's child. It was all Sue's fault, so her family was angry with her. Wang could forgive Sue's mistakes for the sake of his child. He even tried to convince Sue that everything would be fine once they left the city, but Sue didn't want to leave. Seeing her insistence, Wang changed his mind. Sometime later, Sue returned to Simon's house, and they confessed their love to each other. Sue was very happy today because Simon loved her as much as she loved him. The next day, they met at a cafe. Sue also brought a gift for Simone, and afterward, they spent the day walking around and talking romantically. Hearing Sue's words, Wang became angry. He told her, "You can do whatever you want. I know you go to Simone's every night. I'm enduring all this for my child." Sue told Simone, "I want to marry you." Simone didn't respond, instead throwing money at her and saying, "I can't marry you." Sue didn't want money. She wanted Simone, but he didn't want to marry her. Sue realized that Simone didn't truly love her, but rather her husband. A few days later, Sue returned to her mother's house. Her mother had died from an illness, which is why she had returned. Sue apologized to her sister Nishi and then returned to her beloved husband. With this, thank you very much for watching our video of this story.